Football fans, brace yourselves, because Carlo Ancelotti has finally done it. Brazil, after weeks of speculation, debates, and endless rumors, the legendary Italian manager has officially announced Brazil's final 26-man squad for their upcoming friendlies against Senegal and Tunisia. And let's just say, this squad has sent shockwaves across the football world. Yes, some familiar faces are missing, and a few long-forgotten stars are back under the spotlight. The big question now, what exactly is Ancelotti planning before the 2026 World Cup qualifiers begin? Let's dive right in. Ancelotti's selection this time around looks like a careful mix of youth, experience, and form. He has picked players who are currently performing at their peak, not just in Europe's top leagues, but also in Brazil's domestic circuit. Yet, one look at the list and you can't help but notice. No Neymar Jr., no Antony, and no Philippe Coutinho. That's right, Brazil's former golden trio are nowhere to be seen in this squad. The decision has left many fans stunned. But when asked about these omissions, Ancelotti calmly explained his reasoning. According to him, these matches are my final experiments before the World Cup qualifiers. I want to test a few names and give some players one last opportunity to prove themselves. In other words, this might just be Ancelotti's last big rehearsal before the real battle begins. Brazil will face Senegal and Tunisia in 2 friendly matches this November. Crucial games to fine-tune their tactics and finalize their World Cup squad strategy. For the past few weeks, Ancelotti and his coaching staff have been traveling across Brazil and Europe, closely monitoring the performances of every potential player. They've studied every pass, every tackle, and every goal before finally locking in their decision. And now, after all the analysis, Ancelotti has officially named his 26-man final squad. So who made the cut? Let's break it down. Goalkeepers. The 3 chosen to guard Brazil's goal are Bento, Ederson, and Hugo Souza. No surprises here. All 3 have shown consistency and reliability under pressure. Ederson brings the experience. Bento adds sharp reflexes, and Hugo represents the new generation of Brazilian shot stoppers. Defenders. Ancelotti has gone for solid defensive options this time, picking 5 key names: Gabriel Magalhães, Eder Militao, Marquinhos, Danilo, and Fabricio Bruno. This defensive line combines strength, speed, and tactical awareness, something Brazil desperately needs after their shaky backline performances in recent years. Right backs. For the right flank, Ancelotti has chosen Wesley and Paulo Henrique, both of whom have been exceptional in recent matches. Their overlapping runs and defensive discipline are exactly what the coach wants to test in these friendlies. Left backs. On the opposite side, we'll see Caio Henrique, Alex Sandro, and Luciano Juba battling for that starting position. Each brings a unique style. Alex Sandro with experience, Henrique with pace, and Juba with creativity. Midfielders. Now here's where things get really interesting. Ancelotti's midfield list includes Casemiro, Bruno Guimaraes, Andrés Santos, Lucas Paqueta, and, making a sensational return after almost 3 years, Fabinho. Yes, you heard that right. Fabinho is back in the national team after a long gap since the 2022 World Cup. His comeback signals Ancelotti's intent to restore balance and depth in Brazil's midfield, combining Casemiro's leadership, Bruno's versatility, and Paqueta's flair with Fabinho's stability. Wingers. When it comes to creativity and pace, Ancelotti isn't taking any chances. He's called up Estevao, Luis Enrique, Vinicius Jr, and Rodrygo Goes to take control of the wings. This combination is absolutely electric. Vinicius and Rodrygo, both Real Madrid stars, are expected to lead Brazil's attacking rhythm. Meanwhile, young Estevao's inclusion proves that Ancelotti has his eyes on the future. Forwards. Finally, the attacking spearhead, the strikers who will carry Brazil's scoring hopes. Ancelotti has named Matheus Cunha, João Pedro, Richarlison, and Vitor Roque as his number 9s. Each of them brings something different. Cunha's energy, João Pedro's intelligence, Richarlison's aggression, and Vitor Roque's raw finishing power. Together, they form a dynamic front line that can challenge any defense in the world. So, what does this all mean for Brazil's next chapter? Well, Ancelotti's message is clear. This squad is about the present and the future, not the past. He's prioritizing fitness, consistency, and hunger over big names. And with World Cup qualifiers just around the corner, every player in this list knows that their performance in these upcoming matches could define their international career. As the world watches, all eyes will be on Brazil's friendlies against Senegal and Tunisia, two strong African sides known for their physicality and counterattacking threat. These matches will be the perfect testing ground for Ancelotti's new system. And who knows? Maybe this will be the first glimpse of the team that will represent Brazil in the 2026 World Cup. One thing's for sure, the Samba magic is back, and Carlo Ancelotti is determined to make Brazil shine again on the global stage. Brazil sparkles. Stay tuned, because the journey to glory has just begun.